Okay, everybody. High C, the legendary, mysterious RCB leader, has actually announced that he's quitting rap. He will no longer be making the beautiful music that we once enjoyed from him, and he's actually dedicating his life in a much different light. We also know news about some other interests and careers that he might be taking. We have interview clips, Instagram comments, profile pictures, even old screenshots of people predicting this path. I have a personal story I'm going to include at the end, and we're even going to compare him to Ghost Mountain and kind of dissect this whole trajectory that they took. Before we get into all of that beautiful news though, if you could drop a subscription, drop a like, drop a comment. I'm Sad Part 2, and I'm bringing you all of these beautiful commentary rap videos for the underground scene and more. As many videos as I can. I have a lot of good content on the way, so you're going to want to stick around. Make sure you drop that sub. Appreciate you. Let's get into it though. So basically this all started with the High C Instagram story spiel that he kind of went on a couple days ago, and we reported this on the Instagram, so if you want to follow us there, you'll be super up to date. High C has found Jesus though, because he said, "F this rap stuff, Jesus is the way. I'm done leading y'all astray with my BS music. Follow Christ. I love y'all like family." He continued saying, "I hate being a rapper, but I love you guys, all my real supporters. I love you with my whole heart, but I can't lead y'all astray. Keep holding me accountable." And yeah, basically with these stories, he's made it abundantly clear that the rap stuff is done, and this is due to his religion and his Christian faith. And I think a lot of people are experiencing kind of this religious thoughts recently, especially because of all the crazy things that have been going on, like, fires, natural disasters, wars, and stuff like that. And I know High C has actually been alluding to this for a while now, which we're going to go over later, but this isn't a brand new thing for him. A lot of people were surprised though, especially when he continued the message saying, "Look at me guys, I fornicate, I drink, I smoke, I rap about BS, I chose the opposite of God's path, and I made it seem like it was okay, but it's not. Jesus is the way. I'm sick of leading y'all down the wrong path. I love every person that follows this account, and I have to stand on what's right. Jesus is coming back, and I want to let y'all know it's time to follow Christ before it's too late." And yeah, it seems here that, High C has been feeling blessed with the platform he was given. Like, he's a successful rapper with a lot of followers and stuff, but he thinks that he's been leading them down the wrong path just due to what he talks about and how he lives his life. So he kind of wants to transform that into something that's more positive for the world and more beneficial in God's eyes. And again, like he said Jesus is coming back, and follow Christ before it's too late. Again, this is like a heavy sentiment people are feeling just due to the state of the world right now. He continued saying, "Look at me, laugh at me, make fun of me. I worshipped the opposite of God, but I have to promote something different. I need to change." And yeah, this is like, High C is admitting here that he was into some pretty dark stuff, and he did have lyrics talking about, the thing is, bro, YouTube doesn't like people talking about, dark stuff, but just know that, High C has lyrics talking about bad things, and he wants to change that, and he wants to be perceived in a different light. So it's really cool to see him talking about it here. There's also a hint at what career he might take instead of rapping, which I found recently through these old YouTube comments on a video from a long time ago. The comments from a long time ago too, guys. Like I've been saying, High C has been alluding to this career switch or being done with rap for a long time, including a personal story I have, which I'll share at the end. But this was High C Left 4 Dead reaction/review by Riley the Reactor. Shout out to him. But High C actually commented on this video saying, "Yo, this is High C. I heard you say that you study film and want to have a career in movies. That's something that I would want to start with myself. Do you have any recommendation on what I should read or study to get started? Let me know, bro. Thank you for the review." And first of all, this is like a super wholesome interaction. Like, first of all, for him to leave a comment on somebody reacting to his album, like a lot of rappers watch the album reactions or the videos about them, but many don't comment on them just because they think it looks cringe on their part or like losing aura or whatever. High C is one of those rappers who doesn't really care though, and he left this comment. He actually got a really cool answer too, because obviously High C wants to get into movies, and this dude Riley the Reactor has a history with movies and film school. His answer is super long, as you can see, but I'll just sum it up. He said, what are the odds I see this the day after I decided I need to apply for film production? I got a major at a university for film instead of a college degree, and it was a mid-decision. Basically, you need a team to make films, and you can do it on your own. My main advice is to see what your favorite artists have done and to just make what you are able to. Establish connections with other people who are wanting to help, and y'all are a team. Small portfolio will assist in potentially working at a studio. So yeah, Riley the Reactor gave him some pretty good advice. This was another post that I put up on Instagram. And one piece of advice that one of our other Instagram admins shared was High C's best bet to learn is by watching YouTube videos and reading books. Quality cameras and editing software has never been more accessible/cheap, and film school has never been more obsolete. If he wants, he can make a quality short film with his friends for pretty cheap and put it on YouTube. Best thing to do is watch a ton of movies too. I've met him before and he's a super nice guy, and I'd like to work with him. And yeah, High C definitely has a lot of interesting connections that already give him a leg up to a lot of other small film creators. Like, he could definitely put together a film with his friends, and his friends are people who people on the internet know and like. So that already gives him a lot of eyes to start off with, and then he can really showcase his creative talents if this is something he actually wants to pursue long term, because I mean, clearly you have to get a job to survive, and if he's done making music, what's he gonna do to support himself financially? Like, that stream money isn't gonna last forever. He's also talked about making movies before, long before this Instagram comment, such as this Instagram story where he's holding a nice plant saying, after this rap stuff over with, I'm gonna start making movies next. And yeah, this is another clear hint that this rap transitioning out of careers is not a new thing. A lot of people were kind of calling him, yo, he's crazy, he's having a psychotic break, like this is all coming out of nowhere. But no, bro, it's not coming out of nowhere. He's been talking about this forever, and it's kind of disrespectful for people to treat him like it's some crazy thing. He even talked about this in the Well interview, which was pretty recently on Well. So I'll put a little clip of that here.
I've been talking to people. I know a lot of people that are into film and, writing. And I think that's going to be the next thing for me that I want to try to venture into. Impossible, like a challenge, but I want to take it head on and see what's up with that shit. I want to be the next Black Quentin Tarantino. I'm a big Tarantino fan. I've seen damn near all his movies. He's the shit, bro. I want to be the black version of that nigga. High C Touchdown is my name. I'm about to change that shit to High C Tarantino. I want to write everything myself, get a crew together, get the script ready, and hopefully I can do that in enough time. I want to have rappers in my shit. I think I'm gonna do that next. I want to make movies and shit. So,
what are your top 3 Tarantino films?
He wrote Natural Born Killers, From Dusk Till Dawn. I love that movie. And fuck, I just had it in my head. What the fuck was I about to say? Pulp Fiction. Hell yeah, of course. That movie's the shit, man. So one of my favorite movies of all time, period.
On the topic of him and his faith, there was an Instagram comment he made after dropping his latest album, because he was openly showing his Christianity for a while, like having Jesus as his profile picture. But I'll go over that in a sec. First, let's look at this Instagram comment where someone said, I thought album was going to be Christ themed, which is something that High C had mentioned before. And High C responded saying, no, it should have been the next one. It should have been. The next one will be for sure. I'm a work in progress, bro. And yeah, so here High C was alluding to the fact that he's going to continue to drop music, although it would be Christ themed. I'm not sure if his plans for this changed just due to the recent stories he put out. I'm not sure if he's done with music in general, or if he'll transition into a more Christianity themed music, like we saw with Kanye. Although I think it would be really interesting to see give an attempt at that. But yeah, this was the Jesus picture that he used to have as his profile pic. It's the depiction of Jesus from the manga JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So, I mean, the Jesus thing is not new to High C. He's definitely been talking about it for a while. And there was a lot of there was a lot of public reaction to this, such as the comments on my Instagram post that I shared. A lot of people were really supportive, saying stuff like happy for him and W High C. Although some people were kind of on the other side saying Sergeant High C was a bad album, but not bad enough to have a come to Jesus moment. And that was the project that High C dropped in 2024. Someone else said, High C gonna drop a Jesus is King type of album, watch. And yeah, I mean, it is a possibility, although, I don't know, I think High C would be able to do something a little more creative with it, just due to his beautiful and genre-bending music that he already drops. There's even old screenshots of people predicting this moment that I thought was kind of interesting to dissect. So someone posted in the RCB subreddit saying, do you think High C has religious trauma? My theory is his sin-ridden life left him with guilt and he created a persona, the pretty boy demon, to cope. The same way people use personas, which he has, to escape reality. You can tell he obviously longs for when he was younger, the way he raps about the past a lot, and the way he uses retro video game samples that might be nostalgic to him. What do you guys think? And like, wow, this was a really insightful comment, bro. Like, this is kind of beautiful to see. Basically, the OP on this Reddit post was right, and everything kind of came to fruition. It's a really interesting dichotomy to see like play out in the public limelight, especially for, it's like High C isn't a huge rapper, but he's kind of the rapper who is big enough to do shows and stuff and also have a super cult fan base where like everyone who listens to High C is like really into High C and like appreciates his artistic mind and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how the fans and High C himself play out over the next couple of months and where he goes from here. Hopefully he sticks to his thoughts, because I don't know, I really think it's cool to see people have like a higher belief and stick up for something, especially when it goes against the public or it could be perceived negatively and have a negative effect on his career. Like, he has a true moral belief, that religious belief, that he doesn't care what other people think. I think just in general that's really cool, especially, I mean, I'm Christian, or Catholic, so I personally relate with where he's coming from. There was also people talking about how this was kind of a Ghost Mountain situation, although it's low-key the opposite. Like, what happened was Ghost Mountain kind of blew up with Cemetery dropping beautiful songs like Goodbye Horses. Wow, that one was a banger. But yeah, then he went away for a while to do film school and then came back and became a rapper again, kind of following a similar vein of where he was before. Nothing really changed for him music trajectory wise, but for High C it's different because he's already established himself as a rapper for many years. Like, he has a very long career, and now getting into films wouldn't be the same as Ghost Mountain stopping early into his career and then returning to the music. Ghost Mountain clearly works on music videos and stuff, but we haven't really seen any films from him. Hopefully High C drops something, because I don't know, bro, like he's obviously close with like Lil Tracy, Lil Shine, Lazy God, like just a bunch of cool underground artists, and like seeing them in like a High C directed film, I don't know, bro. Obviously he hasn't given anything concrete, but I think that's something that would be really cool for the fans, and hopefully that happens. I actually worked, kind of helped organize a little High C event in Miami recently, or not even recently at this point, it was during the summer, but I got to meet him. He like stayed at my crib and stuff, and he had kind of similar conversations to this. Like, I'm not gonna leak any text messages or give any direct things he said, because those are obviously personal, but in general, like this line of thought isn't something new, like the religious thing and the wanting to stop rapping. Like, this is not like a psychotic break. This is not a new idea or whatever. And hopefully he finds a new passion, because music has been his life for a long time, and he'll definitely need something to fill that void. Hopefully it could be film, or I don't know, preaching or whatever, bro. Shout out to High C, man. If you're watching this, DM me, or you have my number or whatever, hit me up. And thank you for watching this far. Peace.